morning, you guys, and happy Monday. We're doing a little sit down chit chat today. So of course I have my coffee. So I will just dive right into it. Today, I wanted to share 10 healthy habits that I have adopted over the past few years. And these 10 habits have truly changed my life. And I wanted to share them with you today, and hopefully they help you out and help improve the quality of your life too. All right, so the first thing I wanted to share, the first habit is changing how I think about money. So growing up, I came from a family where we didn't really talk about money. I was really unaware of kind of like my parents' finances. We didn't talk about investing or any of that. And it kind of created this limiting belief about money in my mind, meaning that I didn't really feel like I deserved to make a lot of money or that having a lot of wealth was realistic for me later in life. So I grew up just thinking that I'm gonna be middle class. I'm going to make an average income, and if I ever get to 6 figures, like that's gonna be freaking stunning. About 6 or 7 years ago, when I was first starting my business, Ballard Bikini, I actually really started getting into learning about kind of money mindset, attracting wealth into your life, and I actually started reading this book called You Are a Badass at Making Money by Jen Sincero. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. It has a very like comical lens and perspective and voice, so it made it a lot easier to read than a lot of other kind of money, wealth, finance books. Once I read that book, I realized how much of limiting beliefs I had about myself, what I'm capable of, what I'm able to attract into my life from a financial perspective. Since then, I, got promoted at work multiple times. I quickly increased my income to well over 6 figures and started side businesses and side hustles that create extra sources of income for me. Chris and I were able to buy this beautiful home, and we have big dreams in the future for other houses we want to buy. I think like growing up, I never would have believed that these things were possible for me. But now that I have really worked on changing my beliefs about money and that I deserve and I'm worthy of a rich, wealthy life, it has truly changed me and what I believe I'm capable of. All right, so the second habit that changed my life was finding a skincare routine that really worked for me. Growing up through high school, of course, I was just kind of following, what my mom had me do, and ultimately that wasn't working for me, and I felt like I should just do what other people were doing. And it wasn't until I found something that really worked for my skin, this face wash from Trader Joe's. Nonetheless, it's like a tea tree face wash, and tea tree just works so well for my skin. Everybody's body is different, so I really just encourage you to try out different products, find something that works for you. Finding products and skincare that really worked for me really has helped my skin be smoother, brighter, and ultimately helps with my confidence, because when I have clear skin, I'm just feeling good and feeling confident. So find a skincare routine that works well for you. Make sure you're hydrating your skin and make sure you're using a sunscreen. The next habit was getting at least 30 minutes of sunshine every single day. So a lot of you know that I just moved here from Seattle. I'm in Las Vegas now, and it is, as you can see from these windows behind me, that it's beautiful and sunny out almost every single day. Now, living in Seattle, getting that 30 minutes of sunshine was really hard, sometimes impossible. Like you would have back-to-back days where the sun just never came out. And honestly, seasonal affective disorder or seasonal depression, whatever, that is a very real thing, especially for people that live in climates where it's really dark and gloomy all winter long. So this can be really hard if you don't live somewhere that is really sunny. Your environment really does matter. And so when we moved here to Las Vegas, my mood this entire winter has been significantly better than it ever was in Seattle during December, January, February, March, even April, and because it's just like so gloomy in Seattle during those winter months. So if you can, if you live in a place where the sun is out, get at least 30 minutes of sunshine every single day. It just does wonders for your mood, for your mindset, for your overall mental health. Now, if you do live somewhere where that's just not possible every single day, a few things you can try and do. One thing that always helped me in Seattle was getting movement in outside. Being in the Pacific Northwest where it is gloomier, at least you have things like beautiful trees to go hopefully walk among or go walk by the water and just get outside and get immersed in nature in another way. I know it's not the same, but it will still help your mental health a little bit. The other thing that I would recommend, I actually did get like a sun lamp when I was living in Seattle and when I was struggling with kind of like seasonal depression. Again, it's not the same, but it does help kind of trick your mind into thinking that you are getting sunlight. So those are a few tips that I have, but if you're thinking about moving to a sunnier location because of the winter weather wherever you live, like, let me tell you, it's definitely worth it. It has been worth it for me. So getting sunshine every single day has significantly improved my mental health, my mental wellness, and really changed my life. The next habit is removing toxic people from my life and spending as much of my time as possible with people that uplift me, with people that make me laugh, make me smile, fill my cup, and really just not spending time and energy on people that make me feel bad, make me feel depressed. We've all had people in our lives that tend to unload everything on you every time that you see them. One thing if you have like, you know, a girlfriend and every once in a while you guys need to vent or whatever, like absolutely. Sometimes that's what girlfriends are for. That is completely different than a person who every time that they see you and talk to you, all that they want to talk about are their problems and what's going on in their life and complaining, or, you know, people that just want to like gossip about other people and not have anything positive and constructive to say. Ultimately, just surrounding myself with people who are fun, funny, positive, intellectual, smart, and removing toxic people from my life that really were just putting a little cloud over my sunshine. All right, so the next habit, and this is one that really has taken me a long time to learn and figure out about myself, is to actually take time for myself to recharge. For the longest time in college, post-college, even in the last couple of years, I was really bad about just learning when my cup was empty and taking that time to refill it. I'm definitely more of an introvert in the sense that I recharge by being by myself, by sitting in my bed and reading a book for 2 hours without anybody talking to me, or, you know, maybe just like watching a movie and again, not talking to other people. That's sometimes what I need to recharge. Once I realized and learned that I needed to spend, you know, a couple days between major social interactions to refill my cup, spend that quality time with myself and alone, I have been able to become a better friend, a better wife, a better sister, daughter, and etc. Obviously, this looks different for everyone, but I just encourage you to kind of figure out what helps you recharge, what helps you fill up your cup, and make sure you're spending time doing that. The next habit is positive self-talk and affirmations. So this is something that I've kind of done like on and off over the years. When I said that I kind of started reading that book by Jess, that was when I really started getting into like journaling and gratitude and positive self-talk and affirmations. And just recently when I've been kind of working on this like 5 a.m. routine situation, lately I've been making sure I take time to do a little bit of journaling. And usually in that journaling, I'm doing things like gratitude lists and affirmations and positive self-talk. And it's kind of crazy how much telling yourself something that you are, even if it's not something that you maybe are yet, can significantly impact your life. For example, Chris and I really want to buy a house in North Idaho on a lake. So something I might write in my affirmations is I have a second home in North Idaho that is a lakefront property, and I love spending my summers here because it brings me so much joy. I love being on the lake and being able to share a special place with my family. This is kind of like lucky girl syndrome, if you will. I have also used this in the past, definitely attract things into my life. This house is a perfect example. When we kind of started looking down here in Las Vegas, I started writing my affirmations. I am so excited that we finally have a house. We were able to find a house with a pool in a sunny state under this dollar amount with at least 3 bedrooms. And here we are in a 3-bedroom plus an office house with a pool in Las Vegas where it is sunny. And it was just something that I knew that I wanted. So I wrote it down and I acted like I already had it. A lot of times I either write them down or I say them out loud, especially if I feel it in the moment. Like with YouTube, if I'm feeling frustrated or whatever, I try and like sometimes say it out loud. Like, I am a good YouTuber and I do make great content. So you know what? Suck it. But yeah, incorporating affirmations and positive self-talk into my life over these last few years has been really, really helpful for me to have a better mindset and ultimately impact my life in a really positive way. All right, the last 4 things on this list are a little bit more like health and fitness related, but that really is a big part of me and who I am. And I do feel like these things have really helped improve my life, so I wanted to include them here. So the first one is incorporating lifting weights into my workout routines. I've mentioned this before, but I used to be like a cardio only girl well, through high school, I played a lot of sports, and in college, because I wasn't doing sports, I just started running because that was kind of what I thought I should do. And while running is great, and I have major props to people who do run, it wasn't until I really started getting into lifting weights post-college. Actually, when I started dating Chris, like he was super into going to the gym, so it made me really want to go to the gym and, you know, be the cute guy at the gym and everything. But that is actually like kind of how I got really into lifting, and it actually gave me so much more confidence in my body because I started getting tone and definition to my muscles, and I started building a booty, and now I feel like my arms actually have definition, and I've gotten abs before. And ultimately, just by lifting weights, I have really seen a positive impact to my confidence and my body image, honestly. Also, resistance training is really good for your body as you get older. It helps with bone density. Lifting weights gives your body cushion if you ever like fall down when you're older, and it just helps you in the long term. Also, having muscle helps with metabolism. But yeah, incorporating weights and resistance training into my weekly routine has significantly impacted my life. The next habit has been drinking a ton of water. As you guys should know by now, I pretty much always have a Nalgene with me. This holds a liter of water. I've been a Nalgene girl ever since high school. Drinking a gallon of water, however you get it down, has significantly impacted my life. There's a few things behind this for why it's impacted my life so positively. One of them being my skin. When I started like drinking so much water, it just like pushed everything out and completely cleared my skin up. But water does so many different things, and I'll just list a few so that you know that you should be drinking more water. It helps you absorb nutrients from your food into your body. It helps regulate your body temperature, so you might notice when you're dehydrated, you feel really hot. It helps you flush out your waste, if you know what I mean. It helps lubricate your joints, so if you have knees that hurt and pop, maybe you need more water in your life. It's also great for transporting oxygen kind of throughout your body. And I just found a stat on Google that says that your brain is made of 73% water. So if you want to be smarter, drink more water. All right, two more. The next one is my protein intake. So this kind of goes hand in hand with when I started lifting weights at the gym. I really started thinking about what I was putting in my body, how much protein I was eating, and honestly, I was really wanting to build a booty. So I was like following Tammy Heimbrow and seeing what she was eating, and I realized I was absolutely not eating enough protein. It is astonishing to me how much eating enough protein actually impacts my overall like feeling healthy and full throughout a regular day, now that I actually know how much protein I should be eating. So right now I try and target about 120 grams of protein per day. On days where I know that I am below my protein intake, I feel lethargic, I feel so hungry. And again, once I started tracking my protein intake and making sure that I was getting enough, not only did I see muscle growth, and that ultimately led to how I perceived my body and feeling more confident in my body, helps me regulate my food and helps me feel full longer. And the last one is cutting out processed sugar. This one was really hard for me actually, because I used to freaking love sugar, and the one thing that I could not get enough of was ice cream. I still love ice cream and I love sugar, and again, I was having issues with my skin. I'll pop up some pictures from way back when I actually did have some acne on my forehead. Again, when I started going to the gym, started lifting weights, started paying attention to what I was putting in my body, I realized how much sugar I was having, whether that was like a piece of candy here and there throughout the day, or having ice cream every single night. Yes, I was doing that. Having sugary cereal as my breakfast source. All of these different things, once I changed that habit, cut out the sugar, again, my skin cleared up. I stopped feeling super groggy throughout the day, and again, switched it over to protein and started feeling fuller throughout the day. I saw changes in my body, feeling leaner. I was showing muscle definition. And I think like really though, the biggest thing for me and what's helped me stay off of sugar is how much it helped clear up my skin. That being said, I do still have sugar here and there. I love baking cookies. I love making homemade banana bread. I have Trader Joe's mini cones. So I am still eating a little bit of sugar here and there, but it's much more regulated and much more portion control when it comes to eating sugar. So those are my 10 healthy habits that I have been implementing over the last few years that have significantly impacted my life, have significantly made my life better, and ultimately like could not go back. If you found this video interesting and helpful, make sure you hit that little thumbs up button so I know to make more videos like this. Honestly, I feel like I have 10 more that I could share, things that I've started incorporating into my life that really have impacted my life for the better. So if you do like this video and you want to see a part 2, let me know in the comments, and again, hit that thumbs up button, and I will see you guys next time. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out the link above where I've linked my entire routines playlist.